The word the word that I found in Oxford English Dictionary that does not have a more current definition is dime. Even on Google, if you look up a dime, it just shows coins and a typical dime, just regular 10 cents. But the modern day definition is a little bit different. It's still used for that, but there's slightly different variations. Oxford English Dictionary only had the noun and the verb as the two quick search results. The first one is just something about a ruler. Something that's not really used as much anymore. This one's about a man being sacrificed for war. This is silver coins. Something being worthless, dime a dozen. Typical sayings, because coins is usually people don't hold on to or keep things costing a dime. Something being cheap, they refer to as dime stores. When things used to be cheap inside the United States, everything was cheaper, 5 to 10 cents. So they actually had stores where they called dime stores. Certain times on contacts, a dime can mean different amounts of money. It's just a slang, so it can mean almost anything at this point. A dime is also referred to as $10 worth of a drug, often referred to as a dime bag, 10 years in prison. There's dime bag again, about selling $10 worth of something. About dropping a dime, dropping information to the police. That is also a common use of it. But the one I am talking about, which is no talked about in either of these definitions, is a dime meaning someone who is beautiful, and or a dime piece. If you look up dime piece more specifically, these are the earliest times I could find anything about it. Was February 6, 2003, when someone added the definition to Urban Dictionary. Perfect time. But people started using it before it even became dime piece in 2002, November 26th. So it's a very good looking female or a perfect 10, because a perfect 10, 10 out of 10, dime was worth 10 cents. It just correlates perfectly. So they use a dime to talk about the looks of somebody. Now, the first time I could find this used in a song, really, it was kind of hard to do because a dime is such a big word, but it's about 2004 when this song came out, Let Me Love You by Mario, and it referred to a girl being a dime. But yeah, as time has gone on, word has really changed its definition. It has originally meant something that was just worth 10 cents or a coin, or all these different definitions having to do with gambling or usually some sort of monetary value. But it always correlates to something doing with a 10. Almost always. It's always being 10, 100, 1,000. Whether it's 10 cents or $10. A dime is usually referring to some type of fiscal monetary value. Um, but even this top one, the 10th part, the tithe paid to the church or temporary ruler. That's something that we really don't longer see anymore, never really use it. Um, it's almost non existent. But the most time I hear dime used is either talking about a monetary value or someone being very attractive. I think this is your most common definition for the word dime. And it's very interesting how it's evolved just because we, instead of, as we evolve as a society, we're looking for more ways to describe people almost without them knowing. We always look for secret ways to talk about people or slang, but instead of saying someone's just a 10, now we say a dime. It doesn't really make sense to me why it's a slang when it's longer than dime. I mean, well, dime is longer than 10, but that is just what our language has evolved to. It's sometimes slang isn't always a shorter version of the word, just another word that means the same thing, almost exactly like a synonym.